Sprite Castle. Sprite Castle. Sprite Castle.
Begin.
If you know your arcade games, there's probably no question in your mind what I'm going to be playing here in just a moment. Welcome to another Wednesday night stream of Sprite Castle. I'm going to turn down these karate dudes. I think, well, let's see. Let's see what all we got. Hello, hello. Check 1, 2. I think that's about as loud as we're going to get on the mic. Hopefully that is better. Hey, Aaron. We, let's get over to this. There we go. I think, this should cue everybody in as to what's going on. So, later this week, maybe Friday, maybe Saturday, we will be, I will be releasing the 12th episode of Cactus Flax, but it is the first episode that is being released in several years. It was, is it too loud? Oh yeah, I can see it. This is a loud game. I'm trying to wait for him to make some more. Yeah, that's a little better. Alright, still. There we go. We'll try that right there. So, Cactus Flax was a podcast that I started a long time ago because, you know what, I should pull up, I should open a browser and see when I actually started Cactus Flax. Cactus Flax was a podcast that I started because I had started a few different podcasts, and I still do a few different podcasts that will never have a ending. And so what I mean by that is, like, if you think about Sprite Castle. Sprite Castle, I review a Commodore 64 game on every episode. So I think I figured it up one time, and if I did one a week, it would take me like 560 something years to do the entire library. It might have been longer than that. So there's just, like, that show will never end. I mean, as long as I want to do it, I will never run out of games. And so I started trying to come up with an idea for a show that would have a finite number of episodes. And what I came up with was Cactus Flax. And so Cactus Flax was a podcast where I started going through every arcade game that I ever personally owned. And, you know, I often give the number that I own around 100 games. But that's not, I don't know what the real number is, because there's so, I mean, this, I know Amigo Aaron knows. There may be a few other people knows, but unless you've been in the, I don't want to say the business, because it was never a business for me, but unless you've been in the hobby of buying and selling arcade games, this sounds ridiculous, but it's difficult to keep track of how many games I bought and sold, and it's difficult to say, it's difficult to define what that is. I'll give you an example. I didn't buy. A coworker of mine had an original Star Wars cabinet that he owned. His parents bought it sometime in the 80s, and lightning struck their house, and the game never worked after that. and his parents moved out of state, and he asked me if I wanted it. So I inherited for free this beautiful looking Star Wars cabinet that did not work, and I had the knowledge of, how to check fuses and check power supplies, and that was about it. And so I don't know what was wrong with that machine. And then I was only in the hobby the first time for about a year, and then I moved, and I had to get rid of all those machines. So do you say that I owned a Star Wars machine? I mean, I had it, it never worked, and then I, got rid of it, gave it to somebody else. There were games, I had an arcade in my backyard, but when I bought games, they would come to the garage, and then I would fix them or do whatever and then move them out into the arcade. But there were some games that never made it to the arcade. They came in because I bought a lot of, sometimes on eBay, I would buy like 5 games because I only wanted 2 or 3. And the other ones that I didn't want wouldn't make it back to the arcade. They would sit in the garage until I sold them and they went back out. So, it's tough to really define what owning a game is. It sounds totally bizarre. Aaron says it's a hobby for madmen, and I think that's understating it. I told myself when I got rid of all my arcade games, I said the next thing I will collect will be thimbles, or little miniatures, something that does not require a subscription to Doan's back pills. So anyway. So I started this podcast. I did, I think 11 episodes of the podcast, and then I put everything on hold. And this is the one podcast that, people say, it's funny. This is something that probably also Aaron can relate to, and maybe some of you guys that have done podcasts or shows. But I would constantly get emails from people saying, when are you going to do Sprite Castle? When are you going to do Sprite Castle? And so, I kind of got my act together and decided to do Sprite Castle. And the day that I released a new episode of Sprite Castle was the first one I'd released in 2 years. It was, took some mental hurdles to get over things and to do another show. And the very first response I got said, when are you doing You Don't Know Flack? That's gratitude for you. I have some of the greatest listeners. I have some of the greatest followers. I have some of the greatest Patreon supporters. I have so many great people that have backed me, but sometimes people just hit you the wrong way with something, And so I thought, well, if I'm going to do Sprite Castle, I'm going to do You Don't Know Flack. Well, I don't think it was you, Adam, but you get those two, and then people go, oh, when are you going to do Multiple Sadness? And it just never ends. You can never retire a show. And by the way, I may do Multiple Sadness, which was a podcast that I was doing about B movies that I love, because I love bad movies and I like dissecting them and tearing them apart and all those fun things. But Multiple Sadness gets fewer downloads and listens than anything, and it takes me more editing and more effort than anything I do. So it is the most amount of work that I do for the least amount of payoff. Sprite Castle and You Don't Know Flack, have had people that have been listening for a long, long time. As I'm looking through the chat room, I see Tintin in there. Tintin has been supporting and listening for a long, long time. And a lot of you guys that I see in there, I know Aaron's been listening for a long time, and I've been listening to Aaron's stuff for a long time, Aaron and Boat. And so anyway, beating around the bush here, but I think it was Boat was one of the people that was like, when you bring it back, Cactus Flax. And I was like, man, I'm trying to get stuff, and last year it was just so much went into getting Sprite Castle and You Don't Know Flack off the ground again and getting some momentum behind the shows. And so this year I've expanded. Of course, I added Like a DOS gaming podcast, and I'm bringing back Cactus Flax. So this is the 4th week of the month. And this will be the week of Cactus Flax. Adam says, YDKF was my first podcast. Well, YDKF, I'm trying to think. I think You Don't Know Flack. Yeah, definitely precedes Sprite Castle. I think You Don't Know Flack precedes the Retroist. That's one that people used to ask me. They're like, "Were you influenced by the Retroist?" And I think my first episode came out before the Retroist. But the Retroist is it's funny because there's so many shows. The Retroist is one where when you hear, like, you listen to your own show and then you listen to somebody else and you're like, man, I wish I'd have made that show. I've gone on road trips and listened to, I've gone on 12-hour road trips and listened to the Retroist for 12 hours. It's such a great nostalgic throwback. And Boat Fest, the gathering in Hurricane, West Virginia, which will take place the weekend of my wife's birthday, the last weekend in June. It's a 14-hour drive from Oklahoma City, and I will be getting in the, I'm thinking about buying a van and making it a camper and heading up to Hurricane. And I will not be staying in the van in the parking lot. I will be staying at the hotel, but I know Drazoo's going to be there. Aaron and Boat are going to be hosting. I don't know if L. Curtis Boyle, if you're coming down. I know that there's more difficulty to get through Canada still. So we'll see if L. Curtis Boyle, look at that. So we're going to be doing, I don't want to give away too many secrets, which means, by the way, I don't know any of the secrets. But I do know that I have been offered a set amount of time to do a live show. So I will be doing some sort of show, either Sprite Castle or something, live from the venue. So we will be streaming a live show. And I don't really know what that's going to look like yet. It probably won't look like a normal show that I do, but we'll get it all figured out. It's going to be pretty cool. I may have to bring a trailer for all the beer. There's going to be a lot of beer consumed that weekend. So anyway, blah, blah, blah. I started this podcast, Cactus Flax, and I made a chronological list of every arcade game that I had ever owned. And I stopped on episode number 11, and episode number 12 is Karate Champ. So that's the one that's going to be coming out this week. So I had to go back and play a little Karate Champ, and Karate Champ is what I have here. Now, I think this is the wrong Karate Champ. No, that's the right Karate Champ. Let me bring it back up. There is the first Karate Champ, for some reason, is not the one that I ever played or ever saw. If you go into MAME, the very first Karate Champ that appears. This is the one that I played. There are so many stories I have about Karate Champ. I will be saving most of them for the podcast, but I was taking karate at the time Karate Champ came out. I identified with this game so much, and it came out at a time, if you're not familiar with the actual physical arcade cabinet, it came out at a time when control panels on arcade games were all over the place. Games weren't just... eventually we got to the JAMA standard, which was 8-way joystick and 3 buttons per player. But we weren't there in the early 80s. You couldn't just plug and play every arcade board with every other PCB. Some games had 4-way sticks, some had 2-way sticks, some had 3 buttons, some had 2, some had 1, some had none. Karate Champ has a player 1 and player 2 start, but has no buttons. So if you've never played Karate Champ, it is played with 2 joysticks, which is your kind of think of it as like your left foot and your right foot, but it's not exactly like that because every combination, like this one left and this one right, performs some sort of attack or block or movement or jump. And I think the most difficult thing about Karate Champ is that if you learn how to play it, it's like a lot of fighting games. Like I had this problem with Mortal Kombat. I had this problem with a lot of games where if you play it by yourself and you're the one player, you learn all the commands. Then if you ever play someone else and you're player 2, all of the controls are reversed. And it makes it very difficult to play this game. Now, I do not have 2 joysticks for this, but if we go into the MAME input and you look for input for this game, you can see that it is set up with I, J, K, and L for the right hand, the right joystick, and E, D, S, and F for the left hand. So if you kind of put your hands like on the home row, and you got these 4 fingers for up, down, left, right on the left, and these for up, down, left, right on the right, then you could kind of simulate that having of 2 joysticks. It's not as quite as easy as having 2 joysticks, but it will work for us. And then we'll play this for a little bit, and then we'll probably get on to playing maybe either some other karate games, or you know what, I may just stick around in the K's for MAME tonight. We'll see. So Karate Champ starts off with this little training demo where he performs little moves, and I'm the guy in the white gi down there, and it shows you what movements he's doing. And oops, I did the wrong foot sweep. And so you're supposed to kind of do what he does, and it's teaching you how to play, but it's not important. In fact, if you hit player 1, you could skip that. So I'm the guy on the left in the white gi. The CPU is the guy on the right, and the left joystick moves you left, right, up, jumps, down, kind of does a ducking block. If he attacks and you move away, it kind of switches to a block. I didn't do it fast enough. Or you can just stay there and get kicked. And the scoring system is that some moves, depending on how the moves are done, some are worth half a point, some are worth a full point. That was only a half point because I wasn't quite close. If you were to space that a little better, you could get a full point out of that. Oh!
Half point.
Half point, come on! Jeez Louise. Oh!
Full point.
And so the first guy to 2 points wins, and it's for you, it's the best 2 out of 3. Oh.
Full point.
Wow, right in the face. Right in the chops.
Good.
Yeah, the old nut punch is a favorite of mine. Tried to block there. I like to come in first and just go with the front kick or the lunge punch. Those are good fast attacks.
Good.
Especially if you're playing against somebody else, you can kind of come right in and just charge in and do that without the computer gets wise to you a little bit. This game gets... Oh, no. Oh, no. Ramps up in speed or in difficulty real hard, real fast. There's the old sweep the leg Johnny move. Oh! So now I won the first round and he won the second round, and now my game's over. And that's how it works. So for you, it's best 2 out of 3. For him, if he beats you at any given time, it's game over. I had a Qualipad, which is a very low-resolution drawing tablet as a kid. And I got a picture of these fighters from Karate Champ. And I put it on the Qualipad and tried to trace them and make sweet graphics. And it never looked like it was not a good technique to use. All right. So that's a good technique. That's the old knock at the front door with the front kick. If you push both joysticks out, you do that sweet... and then up and right is that. Now, you got to learn how to do the backwards kick, because if you get on the other side, you don't automatically turn around. And then you just end up sitting the other direction. I'll show you if you get over here close, and then we go, woo! And now you're, oh, come on. Oh.
Full point.
Look at that. Undefeated. 2.5 to 1. All right. Let's get the old. Oh. Ah, see, I should have got that.
Begin.
Oh, I just kicked the wrong way.
Begin.
So I believe this is the first two-player fighting game in arcades. I think that's correct. They
Begin.
can't quite read that. I'll read that in a second.
Begin.
Yeah, MAME's always. I don't think MAME will ever be finished. Oh, I just did the same stupid thing again. Yeah, I think the but Karate Champ in general, I think, is the first player versus player fighting game. Now, I just talked about this on the Like a DOS episode of Rogue
Begin.
when I was talking about Epics, because Epics made
Half point.
the World Championship, or
Begin.
it wasn't International Karate. It was the other. It was their fighting game. Come on. Oh boy.
Half point.
And Data East, who made Karate Champ, sued Epics because if you've ever played that game, oh, I did it again. Why do I keep doing that? Wrong joystick. Yeah, World Karate Championship.
Begin.
And
Half point.
I love doing that. So anyway, they sued Epics because in that game you're also two karate combatants that are wearing red and white gis.
Begin.
That also has a judge that awards half and full points.
Half
I
point.
gotta stop doing that stupid move. I keep thinking I'm moving backwards, but I'm using the wrong joystick. Yeah, it's not bad facial hair. Why don't I do that same thing again? Stop. Do I have my fingers in the right place? Yeah. I'm trying to do that. Oh.
Half point.
Well, it doesn't look good for old white gi here. And so anyway,
Half point.
stupid. Epics lost the lawsuit. And it's it's a landmark lawsuit. You could go, there's tons and tons of websites that have written articles about it. But the gist of it is that they were basically saying you made a game not identical to ours, but similar, you know? And so the thing is if that lawsuit had won, then you would not have been able to make similar games other than, Data East lost. No.
Begin.
Epics lost because Epics tried to sue. Wait a minute. Yeah, I got it reversed. You're right. Yes. I'm not good at multitasking, and I'm sure not good at karate and quoting legal cases at the same time.
Begin.
Oh, look at that.
Half point.
But yes, the gist of it is that Epics was allowed to do that, and if Data East had won,
Half point.
it could have changed the entire gaming industry. But the judge said that, and I always get this quote a little bit wrong, but essentially the judge said that any 17-year-old looking at the two games would be able to distinguish that they are different games. And so that was, kind of the gist was that, they might look similar, but they're not indistinguishable. And so based on that, they got to go forward. But if you think about it, if you think about what if there was only one platform game? What if there was only, one Pac-Man style maze game? It would have been, really bad. So. Sweep the leg, Johnny. You have a problem with that, Mr. Lawrence? Yeah, no Galaga. You got Space Invaders, so no Galaga, no Galaxia, no. Oh, now we're at the first By the way, I've never successfully done any of this. I could never do that. Those flower pods come too fast. I did an entire episode of You Don't Know Flack about the video game crash. By the way, now's when things get hard here. I did a whole episode about the video game crash of 1983, if you're interested in finding out more about that. E.T. was such a small part of that, really. And E.T., you know what's funny about E.T.? Well, there's a lot of things that are funny about E.T. But people are like, oh, it's... well, a lot of things got ripped off. That's just how it worked. The thing about E.T. is people were like, oh, this game sucks. But E.T. only really sucks if you don't read the manual and don't know how to play it. If you know how to play it, it's really not that much different than a lot of Atari games. I mean, not to say that not the premise or the actual plot isn't different, but you know, at the time, you would say, "Oh, I don't know how to play this ET game is so crazy." But I mean, now if you go, like, if you just give an Atari to an average 12-year-old, they can't play any of the games. I mean, they can play Pac-Man, but you know, they're not going to play Indiana Jones, I guarantee you. So, you know, E.T. gets a really bad rap. Oh. Right in the back. And I got to level 2. Yeah, E.T. was... I think they gave Howard Scott Warshaw 6 weeks or something like that. I don't know. I have to look it up. But Howard Scott Warshaw's got a book out, within the last year that he's really been pushing on Facebook. If you follow him on Facebook, he mentions it a lot. But yeah, I mean, so you know, is E.T. is it just pick up and play? No, but you know, I saw someone mentioned, you know, Sneak and Peek. Like, if you pick up Sneak and Peek and you've never played it, oh, right in the chops, baby. Sneak and Peek is, I'll have to look it up. I don't know what it's called. But I think if you Google Howard Scott Warshaw and book, it will turn up for you.
Full point.
I was trying to. The problem is with the keyboard, it's not very.
Good.
Oh, man. Poopies.
Good.
Oh, coming for you. Oh. It does. The AI on this is surprisingly good. Like if you try a move and then you try it again, it'll almost never work. Like, you know, if you miss the first time, the second time, they'll be waiting and he'll counter for you. Boy, I'm not doing very good at this tonight. But I am going to say that this is more difficult than I remember with playing with a joystick or with the keyboard. See, like if I try to sweep a second time, he's like, yeah, I'm not having that. Yep, that sounds like it.
Full point.
Howard Scott Warshaw is a interesting dude. I have a signed Howard Scott Warshaw Yar's Revenge cartridge sitting right here above me. And if you want to see it, if you're a Patreon supporter, I did a Rando Rob video where I showed it off and talked all about how I got it. It was a oh, why could I not I thought if you do both forwards at the same time, I thought it was a lunge. Yeah, there it is. Half point.
Good.
See, don't do it again. I was trying to block that too. He's a good counterattacker. That is for sure. If you see a guy in a red gi on the street, he will counterattack you. Also, if you are tied and time runs out, you lose. Tie goes to the computer. Oh, man. So there are harder hits, and then there are faster ones. Oh, I didn't think he could hit me from there. So one of the things is try to do a punch or try to do a kick, a slow kick, and then get in with a quick punch. Have I won more battles in person back in the day or in this game? Well, if we're going off of Death by Flower Pot. If we're going by tonight's, I would have to say back in the day. I did pretty good in karate tournaments as a kid. It wasn't because I was great at karate. It was because I was a fast thinker. So it was really easy for me to watch what a kid... Oh, well, that's the end of this round. I was really good at watching what kids do and then like figuring out what they were gonna do and just kind of anticipating stuff. So it wasn't like that I was like the greatest karate master of all time or anything, but it just, I don't know, there was something about it where I could just watch the kids and watch them twitch and know if they were gonna go left or right or something and then just be ready for it. So I used to have a little shelf of karate trophies. I think I'm gonna try this one more time and then we're gonna see what else is available for us in the this area of MAME. Let's see. I don't want to give too much away about my cabinet because my cabinet has a great story that goes with it. And I've taught. It's not a secret. I've posted about it online before. In fact, it's in. I think that story's in Invading Spaces and a few other places. Probably on my website somewhere. I just heard that noise. I thought I left my work computer in. Half point. Yeah, there's some good stories. I will tell you that I don't want to spoil the ending. I mean, obviously I don't have my Karate Champ cabinet anymore, but I will say that Karate Champ is one of two cabinets I wish I had kept. I wish I had kept my Karate Champ cabinet. For sure. For sentimental reasons and just because, I mean, you can play it on MAME. You got to get something with dual joysticks, I think. Like a 2-stick controller. I was kicking you. You don't kick me when I'm kicking you. Gosh, Napoleon. The temperature in Oklahoma on Monday, we had a high of 71 degrees. And today, the high was 15 degrees with freezing sleet. So the roads are a big old sheet of ice. Oh, no. No. 3 seconds left. Come on. Yeah. Look at that. Timer 0. So my wife is out of town, and the kids and I are... Oh, now here we go. Oh, you ready? Oh, wait. This is just still the first level again. All right, now we got to get ready to flip. Oh, I flipped the wrong way. Oh, boy. I played Thai boxing on the Commodore 64. I streamed that one night. If you never checked that out, you should check out Thai boxing, and it's a classic. Oh, no. That was close.
Begin. Full point.
Oh, I'm jumping up and down like that on the inside.
Begin.
All right, let's get one more, and then we can make it to the level 2 bonus. We're not going to do it like that. It's not what I meant to do anyway. I meant to do this. God!
Begin. Half point.
Choke.
Begin.
Choked, man.
Half point. Begin.
The guy I took karate from is Jim Butin. And Jim Butin is, I believe, a 7th degree black belt who made his name in the bare knuckle era of karate fighting tournaments. He fought Chuck Norris. He fought,
Half point.
the comeback kid. The comeback kid takes it to level 2. Now get ready for the next bonus game where we got to break some boards. Got to time it just right. Yeah! I mean, we should stop the stream right there, folks. Woo!
Begin.
Now. Uh-oh. Oh,
Full point.
I hope this comes with a, I
Begin.
hope this comes with a cup. Oh boy, watch out. Oh,
Half point.
Jim Butin, American Karate Association.
Half point.
And the thing that sold my parents on Jim Butin is he said he has 4 rules when it comes to getting into fights, and his 4 rules were, and I got to think about this for a second, but I think the first one was try to talk your way out of it, I think. Finally, look at that. And the second one was like run away, and the third one was look for a weapon. And then the fourth thing was if all else fails, get in a fighting stance. Don't let that guy hurt you. Don't let him, So he was very much about defense. He, you could get in trouble if, he found out you were out starting fights and doing things like that. But that was, what is this right above here? That was definitely his thing was, you're not out there to let somebody hurt you. You better be able to protect yourself. He was from Texas and then moved to Oklahoma. Let's see. I really am not a big fan of these beat 'em up style games by myself. Although I just feel like this blonde dude won't let me down. Oh boy. I love music that sounds like mod music. And I don't know if that guy was a bad guy, but I did not care for his hat. Good Lord. Oh, there's a guy waiting. I'm hungry for some shoe leather. Well, you got some. You thirsty for a Coke? Because I'm about to beat you with this machine. That's what you deserve. That's the beating you get. That's the beating you deserve. Maybe. Up, Chuck. Master Butin would not appreciate these odds. I went into the street. There was 82 guys trying to kick my butt. What'd you do? I started kicking butt. Why didn't you run? Oh, I was too stupid. I just stood there and took it. In my defense, I had some sweet blonde hair. Whoa! Those guys won. They already had knuckle sandwiches. They're full. I like how they kind of wheeze when you hit at those guys. Hey! Oh no. I should probably be doing some sweet jumping techniques. Yeah! Good job, Chuck. These look like boxes that need kicking. That's right. Who's this dude? This guy looks like an 80s action movie star, doesn't he? Actually, it kind of looks like one of the Bee Gees. Oh no! Just got run over by a tank. Amazingly, I didn't see that coming. Here's a scroll. A scroll so I can have some knowledge here. There's Destro. Or somebody. Isn't that the guy from Splatterhouse there? I like it. Oh, I don't like that guy. That's like a giant. That's like XL Snake Plissken. Nobody invited him to the party. I'm going to give you one more quarter. And then my virtual stack of quarters is out. Come here, Snake. The name's Snake. Let's get the Brothers Gibbs out of here. It's not really the Bee Gees, it's just 32 Andy Gibbs. Alright, didn't appreciate that, sir. Sir. I could keep doing that, that'd be great. There we go. That's how I won most of my tournaments when I was a kid. People fall down and I just kick them in the belly over and over. That's the Brothers Gibb there in a new outfit. Who's that guy that's hopping around? This is bad news. Ah! I started looking like the lady at the beginning of Double Dragon. I'm just bent over there with my underwear showing, I think. You want some? Who wants some? It's hard to tell who wants some. Everybody wants some. I want some too. I'm going to knock that Hawaiian shirt off that dude. Is what I'd like to do before I die. Weird Al looking mother. Oh boy. Bouncy, bouncy. Oh. What is this called? Karate Blazers. I don't feel like I'm necessarily... feel like they're, I don't know. I'm not blazing my way through this game. Do I have a superpower? Power up of any kind? Anything that might help me defeat 38 ninjas in bad clothing? That's probably why they're all mad. You give them a discount to Men's Warehouse, wouldn't be so angry. All right. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of mad karate guys there. Let's see what else we got around here in the old MAME. Looking through the... That's how I like to go. Just, I have no idea what this is. It sounds like it's going to be terrible. So let's find out. Ah, known issues with that. Can't tell that's what it's supposed to look like. Karate tournament. Choose color of player's belt. White, brown, or black. You know what would be a good idea? If the white one was white and the brown one was brown and the black one... Oh no, I ran out of time. I picked black belt. No. Oh no, look at these guys. Oh no. Oh, he's saying see, I think, which is probably appropriate. You're not going to take me out with this ponytail. Black belt to no black belt. Come on, fly guy. You want? Oh, he's brought a weapon. He brought a nunchucks to a fist fight. That doesn't seem fair. I like how this tournament's being run by Satan. What on earth? Huh. I mean, you know, I like the size of the graphics. It's not, you know, as... I mean, it's definitely drawn. It's not Pit Fighter, you know? I'd like it better if this fly-looking dude didn't keep punching me in the face. Also, I feel like there's probably a lot of buttons that I don't have mapped to things. That are giving me an unfair disadvantage. Oh yeah, watch this! Oh. I guess the Russian attack technique does not, like a karate chap does not. My guy's just dead. Oh, I'm dead. I'd really like to just try it on white belt setting. I mean, there's one thing you got to say is that my guy keeps getting up for more. Like, my guy doesn't know when to lay down. I'm leaving. I'm going to the store. Oh, I just lost for trying to leave. It's like fencing. I would like to blame my performance on the obvious... it said there are issues with this game. Oh, he took off his thing. Look at that pompadour. It was a nice looking hairdo he had under that helmet. His hair looked nice after kicking my ass. Hey, Texas foosballer. All right, let's try one more time. Not qualified for black belt. Well, there is the... Let's try some white belt action. Although if I get my ass kicked at this level, I think... A button for ordinary attack. A, B for high technique attack. All right. Oh, it's another guy in a helmet though. Maybe he'll give me a chance. Maybe he won't. I mean, the thing is, I don't mind getting beat up by a guy, but I really don't want to get beat up by a guy wearing all yellow. I feel like, it's hard to judge the distance because the sprites are so big. which sounds like an excuse, and trust me, it is. Who's the black belt now? I think it does sound like that. That guy shouldn't get up after. Look at that! Oh, I made it to the next guy! The animation, I know that the graphics don't, but the animation almost reminds me of Aladdin. I know that's a weird comparison. Come on now. Come on, Aladdin. Oh, I hit the edge of the thing. Hey, Dave. It goes, knock, knock, knock. Come in. Oh, pretty fly for a green guy. Music just got serious. You could tell things just ramped up. Well, quit knocking me back, dude. Stand there and let me kick you for a second. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, I didn't need the judge to tell me he won. I was laying face down. It's hard to do the diagonals. Okay, both buttons. Both buttons. Out. Judge. Drezu, I have never played or seen this game prior to tonight either. Don't you worry. Alright, we're gonna... Oh, look at that. I got a high score, though. Alright. And I'm getting... While I'm doing this, I'm getting mass notifications saying that work will be closed tomorrow. What is this? This is a game called Kex. No, what is this? Keith Courage. This is probably something I should probably know, but I don't recognize this. Keith Courage and Alpha Zones. Oh, this looks like, what's that guy's name? Not Kid Nicky, but something Lad or something? Alright, let's see. I got a little pokey knife here, and I can jump. I can poke that. Alright. Oh no. That didn't go well. This kind of looks like a... Yeah, this does look like a... it almost looks like a... an SMS style game, doesn't it? Oh. There's one thing I like, it's stabbing meatballs. Oh. Alright, let's try to time this a little better. Can I walk off on that, you think? Yeah. Just gotta get the arc of the jump. Oh no! Oh, that's it. Alright, watch out for meatballs. Oh, those things fly when they hit the ground. Meatball! Death to meatballs! Those things come fast when they hit. Look at me being a platform master. Look at me not knowing what to do. There we go. Ooh, I like that robot. That robot's cool. Oh, now I'm the robot. Well, I move a lot faster, too. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like skulls. I mean, I like mine. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm doing terrible. I mean, jumping those guys doesn't seem to be the... Jumping over them doesn't seem to be the way to go. Alright. Oh. Waited right till that disappeared. Well, now we're down here. That didn't go so well. Well, let him do his thing over there. Everything comes at you so fast. I guess these guys come forever. Yeah, let's just get out of there. Oh boy. Oh no! Well, Steve, I hope everybody's okay. The ice in this area is, we got like 2 inches of sleet. Oh. Probably should learn where those things are going to let me fall. 2 inches of sleet, freezing rain this morning, and then we're getting in the next wave tomorrow. So, oh no. Oh, those look bad. Those look like something I don't want to land on. So, yeah, so we're kind of stuck at the house. Although, I'm, you know, my definition of being stuck at the house has differed over the years because, I mean, if I were in my 20s, I would totally be out driving in this tonight. Wouldn't bother me in the slightest. But now that I'm older, I'm like, yeah, I've got nowhere to be. Not worth a risk in getting it, so. Alright. Oh boy. It does seem to be giving me plenty of life for as many things as I've run into. Oh. He says, running into that guy. Oh boy, this is where things are gonna go bad, I'm afraid. Yeah, see? There's no bueno. Took the rims off the tires to get better traction. Metal to the pavement. Well, that is certainly one way to destroy a vehicle. All right. Well, this is interesting. Keith Courage. Yeah, this is certainly did look kind of familiar. Let's see what this is. I think we got a couple more in us here before we wrap things up. This is called Keks. Keks. This one may also have issues. It seems to just be stuck in a fire up mode here. All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh, one of my favorites. Kiro Karopi no Isanyea. Oops. Kiro Karopi no Isonye Asubu. I'll bet you it's a side-scrolling fighting game. What do you want to bet? We did play Karate Champ for a long time. Those are the instructions. What is this? This looks absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Okay, button jumps. This is my kind of game. There's only one thing to do, and I'm not good at it. So that's kind of my... literally, I'm only jumping. Oh, and I'm not even doing that well. The jumps are pretty close on those barrels. If I do left and right, do I go faster? Do I go more accurately? No, I did not. Oh, no, geez. Oh, well, that's good. Now there's double jumps. Who knew that was coming? I mean, that, I don't read Japanese, but that doesn't look like a good sign. All right. I mean, okay. Jump and get candy. I believe that's what that translates to. Now, do I just... I don't know if I press left or right, or if I just jump. Oh. Oh, here we go. Oh, my jumping finger's wearing out. Did I win? Oh, he looks happier than he did last time when I smashed him into a barrel 90 times. Oh, it wasn't that happy. All right, well, let's see what the third thing. This is a weird game. I would like to think, I mean, you know, when I was a kid and I was so happy playing Miss Pac-Man and Donkey Kong. I just like to imagine somewhere there's a 10-year-old Japanese kid that has just very nostalgic memories of this frog jumping game. You and me both, L. Curtis Boyle. I blacked out and this came back. Oh no! I assume in Japanese he's telling me something about what to pick. Seems pretty happy. Oh, not happy. All right, I'm going back to the logs one more time. I mean, if you're only going to ever play a game one time in your life, you should try it to your heart's content. Okay. That says jump over everything. I gotta give flowers to that girl with a gun. Okay. All right. Yep. I started getting hypnotized. Those doubles are hard. So are the singles. The only thing that's hard to jump are the doubles and the singles. Now I made it to the end. I think this game's stealing my yen. All right. Let's see. You know what? This would be a good final thing for us to play here. Can't go wrong with a little kick. You know what? I don't know if everybody's like this. I'm definitely like this. I can remember when, like mini games, I remember the first time I ever saw them, and I remember where I was. And the first time I ever saw this game was at the local drive-in. I was a little kid. And, you know, the drive-in is one of the first places where I remember, like, being given the freedom to just go wander, and it was, like, dark. You know, like my parents would set up, we had a Blazer that had carpet in the back, and it was a convertible. And so my dad would take the top off and he would back into a spot at the drive-in. And we would sit there, and we had these big pillows, and my mom would bring a big thing of popcorn she made from home. And then she would give me and my sister a couple bucks and say, go to the concession stand. And we'd go back, and it was like a little, you went inside, you know, and we would go inside and get like a slice of pizza or a candy bar or a thing of Coke or whatever. And they had a couple of games. They had this, they had Satan's Hollow, and maybe a pinball machine or something. And so whatever change, if we had a quarter or two during the intermission or doing something, I would go play Kick or play Satan's Hollow. And, you know, at the beginning of the COVID pandemic, I built a home theater in my backyard so that because we weren't going to the movies and we were just, you know, not having people over, but just not going out, but just getting together, watching movies and stuff like that. And I created some playlists where I would show the movies, but before and after I would put in all those little bumpers that they used to have at the drive-in and stuff. I have hundreds of them where they count down and little commercials for the pizza and stuff like that, and very nostalgic for me. So, yeah, hey, Pretzel, welcome to the party. Kick, he says, is the only C64 game he has on cartridge, and it's not this good. Yeah, it's not good, but it is good. I do enjoy it. As a lot of you guys know, there's a couple versions of Kick. I think there's a version with Pac-Man, and there's a version without Pac-Man. And so we got to... there's also, I believe, the... in the arcade, I think there's a joystick version, but there's also the trackball version is the one that I first played. Oh, should have kicked that one. Boing. Boing. Oh, too far away. Boy, the music sounds good on these earbuds. Very stereoscopic. Although, I don't know if the screen's not lined up quite right or not. But I definitely played it with a trackball. This is definitely one of the first games that I pinched my fingers on. This and boy, this is harder. You know, I've played the Commodore version for so many years, which is a lot more forgiving about the kicking those balloons. But this one is definitely harder. Okay, that one I just missed. I didn't see which one fell. We're going to try this again. The sound, though, it's very stereophonic sound with part of the chords coming out one side and part of the other. It sounds really good in these earbuds. All right, let's buckle down. All right, Michael Bolton, we're going to need you to focus up here. Look at that freestyling. Hey, Bolt, what's going on? Now it slows down. Oh, no. Lose all your balloons when that happens. This is definitely harder than the old Commodore version I'm used to playing. Oh, too slow. So the idea is that you build up enough balloons on this level on your head, and then Pac-Man comes down and eats all the balloons. Oh no. Like that. The problem is those blue ones go so fast that if you're on the wrong side, you ain't gonna make it. Oh no, Pac-Man. Oh no, no. The name of this tune. I'm gonna listen to it again. Is that what it was? Let me hear what it is. I didn't know. Oh. Was it different on the second level, though? I don't know. You know, the one difference on the Commodore 64 version is... when you kick a balloon up, another balloon will start to fall, and so you can have multiple balloons that you're juggling. And this one doesn't seem to do that. Oh, boy. All right, well, let me see if I can get to the second level. Oh, I should know this song. I don't know. I do not know the title of that song. Of course, I'm only there for only able to play for just a few seconds, so it's hard to guess a tune when I'm not very good at it. That is Kick, and then let's see if so right below here is the there is a cocktail version of Kick called Kick Man, or no, just Kick the Cocktail, which flips between every other guy, upside down and right side up, which is how the cocktail version went. And then this is Kick Man, which is, you can see has a slightly different graphics on the side, but more importantly, you see that it says Kick Man here. Boy, I remember this game pretty easy. But I remember wrong. It's easy now that I like to do my little trick. Boop, boop, boop. I'll tell you what, when MAME came out, if I remember correctly, oh boy, MAME started out as just I think it was just a Miss Pac-Man emulator or something like that. I mean, it just played like one game, and then it started, being expanded to play multiple games and stuff. But yeah, when MAME came out, our whole lives. Yeah, see how my kid, there's no way to get over there that fast. Yeah, just Pac-Man. I think I said Miss Pac-Man. But, my whole life was spent, prior to that was how close could you get something to the arcade game? Of course, now MAME, if you have download the files and stuff like I have, you get the actual side art and stuff like that. But, you played Kick on the Commodore 64 and you went, it's sort of close. And then you would play this or that on the Nintendo or Super Nintendo or play, and even the, those Midway classics and those Atari classics and stuff like that would have games and they would be the arcade games, but maybe not the right aspect ratio, or they didn't, just didn't look quite right. And, so it was a long time before, you were getting, essentially arcade games on your computer or on consoles, so it really changed things. What's up, Picard? Let's see what's here. We're going to pick one more here. And never heard of it, never tried it, but I like the name. Oh, I wonder if this is what I think it might be. No, it is not. I thought maybe it's going to be like one of those Evel Knievel stunt type things. Yeah, El Curtis Boyle, oh, that's loud. Some of those Commodore conversions that keep coming out, the ones that Arlisoft and some of those people are doing, it's simply amazing. All right. Let's see what we've got here. There's gas. Guess where the brake is? Who cares? Brakes are for wimps. Although I might need a gear shift. Gear shifts. Oh, there's a space bar. Space bar. Look at that. Flies like an eagle. And a drink Old Crow. Boat, is there going to be Old Crow available at Boat Fest? I need to find out about what the... tell us about the bar situation at Boat Fest. Are we going to have to bring our own hooch, or what's the scoop there? It's however much booze I can haul on this motorcycle that has 2 gears. Oh, there's low. Oh, you know what? The buttons are low and high. Well, the barrel, I just saw a yellow barrel. Oh, no, I'm on fire! I'm on fire quickly again the second time. Boat says there's going to be boot runs. Or, oh, look, now I'm on fire from behind. There is a third gear. I just don't seem to be able to know how to get into it. But I'm not doing that great in second gear. There's first. Oh, there's third. Get ready for this. Ah! That didn't know. The venue is 3 minutes away from a liquor store and a place with a great beer selection. All right, well, I mean, if that doesn't say good time at Boat Fest, I don't know what does. So bring your credit card, bring your ice chest, bring your vintage computers, bring your most treasured possessions and all the alcohol you can get your hands on, and come to Boat Fest in Hurricane, West Virginia at the end of June. Go to, I wish I knew the URL. Boatfest.something. Tell me what it is. And I'll bring it up here as we wrap up tonight's festivities. Boatfest.info. Thank you, sir, gentlemen. Gentlemen and scholars is what you are. There we go. Boatfest.info. So you can go here. If you go to boatfest.info, it will forward you right to this site. Boatfest Retro Computer Festival 2022, being hosted by the Amigos Retro Gaming Community. Starts Friday, June 24th at 4 p.m. There will be events Friday, Saturday, Sunday, being held at the Holiday Inn Express Winfield in Taze Valley. If you've ever watched the Taze Valley Computer Club, right here in, well, I say right here, right there in Hurricane, West Virginia. So go get your tickets. Tickets are selling fast. Tickets will sell out. I don't know if that's true, but that seems like a thing I always hear them say on the radio. So you better get them now. You can come attend some live events. On Saturday night, we're all going to Aaron's house for free booze at Aaron's. Oh, wait a minute. I just made that event up. Oh, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. But I know there's going to be some karaoke. There's going to be some free streaming events. There's going to be all kinds of stuff. You want to get you a hotel room right there in Taze Valley at the Holiday Inn where the event's being held, and that way you can stagger up to your room. There will be one or more retro enthusiasts willing to escort you up to your room. You might want to hide your wallet. There's going to be a swap meet. People are going to be bringing their used computer, old retro gear to hawk their wares and all kinds of stuff. So it's going to be a fun weekend in Hurricane, West Virginia. So come on down or come on up, depending on which way you're coming, and come hang out with the Amigos crew, and I'll be there, and a bunch of other people will be there, and we'll be having us a good old time. So speaking of good times, I definitely had one. I hope everybody else had a good time, and we will be releasing. I keep saying we as if there are 14 people in my head because just all the voices. It feels like there's multiple people living in there. I will be releasing an episode of Cactus Flax towards the end of the week, so keep an eye out for that. And I think that's everything we've got. So thanks everybody for dropping by. And you'll be, if you listen to my shows, you'll be hearing from me later this week. Otherwise, I will see you guys on the stream next Wednesday. So ciao, everybody. Thanks again, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.